All right, folks. So when you're working on trying to find the area between curves and you don't have a lower and upper limit, you're gonna have to go and find the intersection point, right? So, for example, on number one, if we were trying to find um, the integral or the area between the curve, which is the upside down parabola, and the line y equals 3, I mean, we basically have to use an integral. But in order for us to use an integral, we would have to know the upper and lower, or the lower and upper limit of integration. And it doesn't give it to us. So we're going to have to go and find out where it is, um, where the point A and B is. So when we're working on number one, part A says find the coordinates of A and B. You have to utilize your calculator for that, or you can solve it by hand. But let me show you a quick way, an easy way to do this on the calculator. So first of all, you're gonna have to go and graph um, both the equation y equals 3, which is this one right here. Okay, y equals 3, and the equation y equals 4x minus x squared, which is this one right here. Okay. Oh, low battery. Let me see how much battery I got. Okay, so this will be quick. So we want to find those intersection points. Okay, so you're gonna go in your calculator, and under y1 you're gonna graph y equals 3, and it doesn't matter the order. And on the y2 you're gonna graph 4x minus x squared. And when you remember, you don't just hit graph, you're gonna want to re-zoom that. So zoom 6. You see that right there. Let me see how much battery I got. Oh, 6%. I'm gonna need a charger. Give me a second here. Hold up. Okay, so back. Got my charger plugged into my device. Right. So you use your calculator. Right, and you're gonna go into the calculate feature, and you want to do a intersect, which is option 5. Right, and once this first curve, you're gonna go ahead. You just scroll back and forth. You just go right along the first curve. You want to pick pretty close to that location. So you're gonna hit enter. On the second curve, you scroll left and right. It's going to take you along that second curve. Make sure you don't, if you scroll up and down, you're going to go back to the first curve. So don't do that. So go up and down until you get to the second curve. And you're going to hit enter. Okay. And then when it says guess, this is important. You want to guess as close as you can, because you can see there's 2 intersection points. So there's one over there and there's one over here. So you want to guess as close as you can to it. And then I click enter again. So the intersection is x equals 1, y is 3. The important part is that x is 1. So your lower limit is going to be 1. Right? So that point right there, this point is going to be x equals 1, y equals 3. Okay? And you're going to do the same for the other side. So let me show you again one more time. So you want to, let's actually zoom in just a bit. Right? Just so you can kind of see. I'm going to zoom in right there. Hit enter. Okay, and we want to use this and do the second intersection point. So we're going to go ahead and use second button and trace, which stands for calculate. If you hit the second button first, you're going to go down to option 5, or just you can click on 5. Right, I'm going to click on 5, and it's going to say first curve. You can go anywhere you want. Just make sure you click on that line, or the curve. So it doesn't matter. So the first curve is that line. Second curve is the upside down parabola. And then the guess, right? Don't go close to where the other side is, because we already found that. You want to go close to where the second intersection. So let's say right there, okay? Or even right on it, okay? Okay, so right now it says guess 2.9, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and hit enter, and it's gonna give me a guess of, or my actual intersection of 3, comma 3, right? So that's where my intersection is. I'm gonna put down 3, comma 3. So now we know that my lower limit is going to be 1. My upper limit is going to be 3. And all we have to do is write down calculate the shaded area. The shaded area is going to be the integral from lower limit of 1, upper limit of 3 of the bigger function, the greater function, which is the 4x minus x squared, minus the lower function, which is the 3, and you want to do dx. Okay, so you want to make sure you write it correctly. So this is the f of x right there, minus the g of x right there. Okay, you don't have to put the parentheses, but you could. Yeah, I'll leave it like that. Okay, so in your calculator, you're gonna just type in. You're gonna go on the home screen. You're gonna go into the math button, go down to option 9, and you're gonna do so you're gonna do the finite integral, and we're gonna you can type in exactly like this. Okay, so let me show you. So 4x minus x squared minus 3 comma x comma lower limit is 1, upper limit is 3, so 1 comma 3. Okay, close that off, and that'll give you the answer of 1.333. Or if you want to change it to a fraction, hit the math button, option 1, and then hit enter, and that'll give you 4/3. So your area between the two curves is 4/3. Okay, or if you'd like, you can leave it as 1.333. Okay, now really quick, just a quick reminder, because we already have the two functions in y1 and y2, and be careful. Okay, y1 is going to be 3, so that's the lower function. Y2 is going to be the upper function, the greater function. So we can do the same thing again. You can do finite integral. Okay, and this time around we want to do y2. So you can hit the vars button, variables, go to y variables, and we want function, enter, and we want to go down to y2. So we want to do the greater function, y2, minus the smaller function, which is y1. Okay, okay. Or you could just type in 3 if you like. Comma x, comma 1, comma 3, and it's going to be the same setup, and you see that's going to be 1.333 or 4/3 again. Okay, so hopefully that helps a little bit. If it doesn't help, my apologies, but guess you're on your own if it doesn't help.